Hi Flosstube! Welcome to my special Flosstube extra with my recap of StitchCon 2023 Weekend B, hashtag B is best. If you know, you know. All right, so this video is not going to have any stitching in it. I recorded a separate video that was sort of a typical Flosstube video that showed my new start at StitchCon, although you'll actually see that here too because it also is StitchCon acquisitions, and my finishes and my whips and things like that, so a more traditional Flosstube. I will link that video at the end of this one, but if you are not interested in my acquisitions, the raffle prize that I won, freebies, gifties, things like that, that's totally fine. You'll want to switch off this video then and head over to my other video, my regular Flosstube episode that has all of the stitching in it. Okay, so I'm going to try and be organized with this, but there's a lot to show. I'm not going to show absolutely everything, but yeah. Let's jump in. So I guess I will start with, oh no, my watch battery is almost dead. I will start with the patterns that I purchased. I figure that's probably things people are most interested in. And then that way, if you're not interested in any of the other stuff, you can switch off after seeing the patterns that I acquired at StitchCon. So the first one I will show you is also my StitchCon new start. It is the pattern. I decided to join in on Pam's survival sal, right? So Pam of Just Keep Stitching with Pam is Deaf is celebrating 30 years as a breast cancer survivor and decided to start a stitch along to celebrate that, to memorialize those we know who did not survive their battle with cancer, things of anything else, anyone else we want to honor or memorialize. So she chose Simple Gifts Courage by Praiseworthy Stitches. So this was actually a pattern that one of my friends was going to put on the freebie table, and she let us look through first. And so I actually managed to snag the pattern for free, which I'm super grateful. Thank you, Evo, for that. So this was one of my StitchCon acquisitions. In the annex, I purchased the fabric and the flosses to use in the pattern. This year they had floss in the annex. They didn't last year. This year they had Forbidden Fiber Co. floss and Almond M&M's floss, which I love Forbidden Fiber Co. Have stitched with them before. Had heard rave things about Almond M&M's, but had never used them. So I purchased I decided because I am a breast cancer survivor, this sal has significant personal meaning to me. I decided I was going to treat myself in kitting it up and stitch it with silk. So I did purchase Almond M&M's Scarlet for the dark pink. Even though it's called Scarlet, it's really, it does definitely have red hues to it, but it is a deep pink. I need to find something better to capture the color. I had this Thread Gatherer Silken Colors light pink floss already, and I matched it to Almond M&M's Rose for the light pink in the pattern. And I purchased this Under the Sea Fibers, or Under the Sea Fabrics, a fat half of this 32 count Jobelin in a color I cannot pronounce. If you watched my other video, you already know that I can't pronounce it. I will put the name of it up on the screen. I believe it is either a Welsh or a Gaelic word, and I do not want to butcher it. So I will put it on the screen so that you can see what the name of the color is. I still have to cut the fabric down to the size I need, but this is my start. This was one of my freebies, a needle minder from the lovely humans at 2 Needles Pulling Thread. So that, and all of that went in, or goes in, this gorgeous project bag by Black Cat X Stitchery that I also purchased in the annex at StitchCon. So that is a mix of, that's the only stitching you'll see today though. But those were all acquisitions. Pretty much blew through all of the money I brought with me to StitchCon, but it's a special project, and so I'm okay with that. So the rest of the patterns that I acquired at StitchCon are a mix of things from the freebie table and purchases at either the Annex or Keepsakes. So one of the patterns that was designed specially for StitchCon this year was by finally a Farmgirl, and it was Matilda Drives the Stitchy Bus. It was just way too cute. I mean, look, that's just so cute. So I did purchase this in the Annex. Matilda Drives the Stitchy Bus. And then I got a few other patterns from the freebie table, or actually, well, some from the freebie table, some from my friend, as I mentioned, letting us look through before she put things on the Stitchy table. So this I actually got on a Stitchy table, on the freebie table. This is Magic by Heart and Hand. I mean, just seriously. Those of you who've watched my channel for a while, I think have seen Pistachio in videos. He's my black cat. What I was most excited about is it actually still has the beads and the button included as well. So I'm very excited about that. That is Heart and Hand Magic that I got on the freebie table. And also from the freebie table, I got Croquette a Gogó. I don't know if I pronounced that correctly. Nativitá. It's a lovely nativity scene. And I have lots and lots of Christmas patterns, but no nativity. And I really liked this one. So I picked that up. Lovely. Then again, from my friends, before they put their freebies out on the table, they let us all kind of go through them. I got Alphabet Cats by JBW Designs. Quirky Quaker Turtle. I'm just going to do a quick flash. This was a market freebie by Ingleside Imaginarium, a little dragon. From the Blue Flower, Drunk with Power, again, Quickie. Hello from Liz Mathews, Quaker Snowflakes. I just think they're beautiful. One of the StitchCon freebies was by Heart and Hand, Do What You Love Stitch. So I picked that up as well. And I think that's it in terms of freebies. Another copy of, oh yeah, that one was from my mom, the Heart and Hand. Because she went with me to StitchCon this year, but forgot to pick up one of those. Then there were also Cross Stitch Chat, which is a Discord server that I have been part of since about 2020, actually. Jamie, who owns her own fabric dyeing company, which I will show you in a little bit, and several of the other members of the Discord server are designers as well. Bad Stitch. And they put together a little booklet that they were giving out as a freebie at StitchCon to both sort of promote the server, but then also just to share the Stitchy kindness. So I picked up one of those booklets as well. All right, patterns that are left are ones that I purchased either in the Annex or at Keepsakes. So I did take my mom to Keepsakes because she had never been there before, and she picked up some fabric and floss. I picked up a Sweet Wing Studio pattern, Blessed Beyond Measure. I love autumn. I love fall. I love the sentiment of Blessed Beyond Measure. I just thought it was a really cute pattern, so picked that up. And then I picked up A Year in the Woods, the Fox, because I have been eyeing it for a very long time and just never pulled the trigger on getting it and just decided this was the weekend to do it. I have no plans to start him anytime soon, but he's super cute. Kind of the same thing with the Annex. This is where I ended up overspending. I had spent all of my budgeted money, but these three patterns just kept calling to me. The one I actually had never seen before until StitchCon, but the other two were, I think, Market 2022 releases and had just been on my list for ages. A friend of mine is stitching one of them, but they're big, and I was like, when am I going to have the time to stitch these? But then I reminded myself, stitching is one hobby. Collecting patterns, having pretty patterns to look at is another hobby. So I got them. So the one that was new to me, is Little Stitch Girl, the Gatekeeper. So the story on this one, I literally had this in my hand and was getting in line to pay and put it back. Decided, no, I don't need that. That was on Thursday. And then Sunday, kind of the last hour or so that the annex was open, I decided, let me just walk through and see if anything calls to me. This called to me. So I got it. I mean, seriously. Look at the little puss. He's so cute. So that's one. And then the last two, the ones that I mentioned, they're large. I don't know when I'm going to ever stitch them. I will at one point because I love them. But they're both by the Blue Flower, who I've decided is probably a designer I must be obsessed with because I keep buying her stuff. But this is Moonlight Sampler. And one of the things I love about Blue Flower is just the little details here and there, right? Like this little fox, the little sloth, the little bat hanging here, the little moths kind of tucked in around here. I mean, it's just adorable. Absolutely adorable. So that is Moonlight Sampler. And then the other one is Moggy Manor. Again, the details, the little things hidden throughout. I mean, first off, the cats, right? I love cats. But then the little hummingbird over here and this little guy that my mom told me what it is and I don't remember. I mean, they're just in the little birdhouse. It's just adorable. So again, no immediate plans to stitch it, but love it. Okay, those are all the patterns. So then the next thing I'll show is a lovely, lovely, complete surprise gift. Susan, the designer behind Sweet Wing Studio, was attending Weekend Bee, and my very first finish Thursday night happened to be, I'll put a picture of it up, is Happy Fall Y'all, which was her design for X Stitch the Rainbow's Autumn Garden palette last fall. So, you know, I finished it. I went up, I rang the bell, showed it off to everyone, posted it to my Instagram and tagged her. And that's how I discovered she was at Weekend Bee, because she said, you know, she replied and basically said something like, I saw it, it's a beautiful finish, you know, thank you for stitching my pattern. And I was like, oh my gosh, wait, you're here? You know, could I get a picture of you with it? So I got a picture of her with my finish. I'll put that up as well. And then the next day, she came to my seat and said, thanks again for stitching my pattern. I want you to have this. I mean, aren't Stitchy people the most amazing people in the whole world? I was so touched and so flattered. She included her exclusive chart for StitchCon, Friendship Grows, a lovely bookmark with her logo on the back. I mean, I won't go through everything. This thing is chock full of stuff. There are these adorable little stickers. I mean, seriously, how cute are those? There's a pen, there's a little notebook, a nail file, a beautiful needle minder, and I mean, what else? I mean, there's just, this big vinyl sticker. I love cross stitch. Love it. I mean, just most of the other stuff is sort of just useful stuff. The nail file, wet ones, gum, a lens cleaner, some hand lotion. Just, I mean, just such a lovely, simple little gift. And I was just so touched. And thank you again, Susan. You are a lovely human being. And I am very grateful for your kindness. The next thing I'll show, and again, I won't show everything, but if you've ever been to StitchCon before, on both Friday and Saturday nights, they take some time and they do door prizes. And on Saturday night, they do raffle drawings and the big grand prize and the big auction and everything for the fundraiser, or for the fundraiser for the philanthropy that they support each year. This year it was St. Joseph's House, a wonderful, wonderful organization that provides round-the-clock care for people, children with complex needs. I think they said there are 10 children living in the house now. So they have some that are residential care. And I believe, I might have the numbers wrong, but the percentages are about right. I think there are 10 children that they say are living in the home right now. 9 of them are on ventilators. So incredibly complex care that these people have. And then they also have a day program. So again, children, young adults with complex needs, both mental health and physical health. And so this day program is what it sounds like. It's a place they can go during the day, get the care they need while their parents work or just get a break. They had a set of parents whose son lives at the home, and just the mother was so well spoken, speaks on behalf of the organization quite a bit. And I think what touched me the most was she made the point of, she talked a little bit about the feelings of wrestling with putting their son in this home, right? And feelings of guilt around it. But I think what really touched me as a parent was that St. Joseph's now allows them to be parents, right? They don't have to be the full-time caregivers in a medical sense, right? That they can be caregivers as parents, right? Which is a luxury that many of us, I know listening to her speak, thought to myself, gosh, I kind of take that for granted that, my children don't have these same kinds of complex needs that I do have, that blessing of being able to be a parent to my children, and not a medical caregiver round the clock 24/7. So a little bit of a side tangent there, but if that's something that touches your heart, definitely encourage you to look into St. Joseph's in Cincinnati. Between the 2 weekends, we raised over $30,000 for them, which just blows my mind at the generosity of spirit of the stitching community and the good we're going to be able to do collectively for those kids. So back to the original story. They sell raffle tickets for prizes to help raise funds. And I won one of the raffle prizes. So Just Cross Stitch Magazine, the editor, was there at StitchCon both weekends. She held listening sessions with attendees to learn how to improve the magazine, to make it more appealing to stitchers, to be more responsive to the evolving cross-stitch community, which was wonderful as well. They donated a prize to the raffle that the retail value, they said, was valued at over $350, and I won it. And I squealed and ran and was so excited. I will not go through everything. It came in this giant bag and included donations from obviously the magazine itself, from Frank A. Edmonds' company, from It's So Emma, DMC, Sullivan's, Wichelt, Treenway Silks, all kinds of things. But I got 2 tubes of the 28 count Monaco from DMC, a 14 count printed Ada from DMC. It's like a bluish, like an agate marble almost. I have no idea. I'm gonna have to find the right pattern to put on that, but it's beautiful. 4 issues of Just Cross Stitch magazine, and then kitted kits for, there's a Christmas themed or winter, I guess it's Christmas. Yeah, it says Merry Christmas at the bottom. A Christmas themed stitch along that started in the February 2023 issue and goes year round. They kitted it up for me and provided me the first 4 issues of the magazine that contain that stitch along. It also includes a year subscription to the magazine so that I can finish the stitch along. They also kitted Summer Fairy, which was in the June issue. Well, not kitted. Sorry, they gave me the floss for it. So I would need my own fabric, but that's okay. And then there are Chicken Club patterns from Lori Holt. And I mean, just there's so much stuff, and towels and an embroidery hoop. There is this adorable needle minder. It's massive. But look how cute that is. I actually think I'm going to use this in an FFO of another pattern just because it is so large. I don't think I would ever use it as an actual needle minder on my stitching, but I think it will be the perfect accent to one of my fall themed finishes that I need to FFO still. And then another thing I'm quite excited about is I got 3 packs of Easy Glide ball tip needles, which I have heard of before, but have never had the opportunity to purchase. I've never seen them. One of my friends raves about these. So I received a 2-pack in size 24, 26, and 28. And so much more. But this was so generous and so exciting. It was really awesome to get to win a prize at StitchCon. So now I have to find homes for all this stuff, right? And then if you ever attended StitchCon before, or perhaps other stitching retreats, this is the only retreat I've ever attended, but my guess is, knowing the Stitchy community, it probably happens at all of them. Attendees often will make little freebies to give away, right? At StitchCon, many of them are promoting their Flosstube channels. I know I did the same. I channeled my inner child. I made Shrinky Dink needle minders. I'll pop a picture up here. So this is what I gave away. I printed up business cards with my channel information. And then I printed some needle minders that had my Flosstube logo on them. And then other needle minders were made from knockoff Shrinky Dinks that I purchased off Amazon that my son and I colored together. So you'll see there are some that are my logo, some that are little animals. Those are the ones my son and I colored. So those were my freebie giveaway at StitchCon. And again, I am not going to show all of these. This will be a 3-hour video if I do. But a couple that I really want to highlight. One was, I actually didn't get her name, but she was an attendee who is starting to design. And so she was giving out copies of one of her first designs. She's designing under the name Faraway Designs. And this is Crown for Every Stitcher. So I thought that was really pretty, and I definitely look forward to stitching that. One of my friends gave me, so some of my friends in the Cross Stitch Chat Discord server, we made gifts for each other. My friend Ash, who also does chainmail crafting, made these beautiful scissor fobs with chainmail links and this lovely, cute little fox. So zipper pull, chainmail fob, or scissor fob, whatever you want to call it. My friend Rue got me this cute little Dancing Skeletons needle minder because they are from, I forget the name of the Disney cartoon, but a very old Disney cartoon. That's what that image is from, and a couple of skeins of Threadworks silk. So super awesome. What else? Sorry, I can't show everything. One of my table mates, Jan, gave everyone at our table skeins of floss in Ohio colors. So each of these, so this is Ohio Lemon Pie by The Gentle Art. This is Buckeye Scarlet by Gentle Arts. And Ohio Sky by Sampler Threads. So that was just her little gift to us. Everyone at the table got one of those. What else? Oh, my friend Jamie, who owns her own dyeing company. If you want beautifully dyed fabric or floss, check out Wonderland Hand Dyed Fabrics. And her Dinah's Ball of String is what sort of the name brand of her floss is. But she dyed a set of Lisa Frank inspired flosses, right? These very neon bright colors that all of us who were children of the 80s will recognize and recall. So she gave those of us in the Discord server who were attending, we each got 5 yards of the floss. Wonderland hand-dyed fabrics. You will see her fabric in a moment. It is stunning. If you are looking to support a new dyeing company, check out Jamie because her work is stunning. Lots of floss drops, lots of cards. If I'm not showing what you gave me, it's not because I don't love you. It's just, I don't think anyone wants to watch 3 hours of someone showing me, showing floss drops. My friend Nessa made gorgeous mats, stitching mats for all of us. Mine is still got all of its stuff in it. But it is a beautiful little stitching mat. I love cats, and she knows that. That came with, so it has lots of little hooks for your scissors, your floss rings, whatever you're working on. This snaps together to make a little tray. There's a really long, oh, it's stuck to my needle minders. Stop it. Sorry, you can see I have lots of needle minders stuck on here right now. There's a longer one for your scissors, right? So that you can still have the freedom to move around. And and snip what you need to snip, but not lose your scissors. So super awesome stitching mat. I loved using that this weekend. So thank you, Nessa, for that. Then what else? Oh, Joe at my table. Sorry, I'm talking. You can't even hear me, I'm sure. Joe at my table gave every one of us at our table a bag just like this that is chock full of stitchy goodies. There's thread conditioner, there's a tape measure, there's waste canvas, there's one of the clips that can go on your hoop to hold your pattern. There is a little box with, I call them thread rolls, but the little curly Q things that you can put over your Q snap to hold your extra fabric. I mean, I won't open it all, but I mean, just so generous. I had such a wonderful set of table mates this year that we had lots and lots of fun. So the lovely people at Keepsakes themselves gave us this beautiful bag when we checked in. It's ginormous and holds everything. In the bag was this lovely coaster that says Ohio. So as an Ohioan, I will very happily use that. We also got a free issue of Just Cross Stitch magazine. Oh, look, that's where all my magnets went. Oh, no, that's where some of my magnets went. I wonder where the rest are. Sorry, I have a magnetic board that I was using to hold my needle minders, so I took my actual magnets off, and I have 3 of them, but there's one. The other 2 will turn up at some point, or not. And then again, this whole project bag, which came to StitchCon with about 15 of these in it. So I made these little Ort holders for my cross stitch chat server friends and for the people at my table this year. So they came to StitchCon in this bag. And as you can see now, it is chock full of other freebies and goodies that I got at StitchCon. Just the generosity. Again, I won't show everything, but I do want to show this. I mentioned my friend Jamie. I showed you her floss. This was her fabric. She had a fair amount that she was handing out, again, to just help raise awareness for her company. It's a new company. So Wonderland hand-dyed fabrics. This is a Fat 8 in the colorway Mock Turtle, and the color is not coming true. It is stunning. Let me see. One of the things that one of my other friends in the server gave away was this Photocard. We'll see if it works with video as well, but it is supposed to help show the true color of something because the camera focuses on sort of all of these hues. Oh, I think it is actually doing a little bit of a better job. So you can see it's a neutral green, but there's a little hint of green there. So definitely encourage you to check out Jamie, Wonderland Hand-Dyed Fabrics. I will put her website below. Beautiful, beautiful human, beautiful flosses and fabrics. Would love for you to support their work. Let's see. Oh, and then Jamie also gave everyone 5 yards of the floss, also called Mock Turtle. That goes with the fabric. So let's see. What else can I show you? Oh, my friend Evo made these little trinket trays that she embroidered. Mine, because I love cats. She embroidered the little kitten stepping on the water and seeing the tiger reflection. Gorgeous. In this super cute little cat pattern. And this giant hank of Threadworks floss. So generous. And so my mom made these for our table and my cross-stitch chat friends. So she stitched these little hearts and put them in the tiny little hoops. And yes, they're on rubber bands, but the tag was for us to put around our drinks. So our soda cans or our water bottles, so that we didn't get things confused among the other drinks that our table mates may have had. So well done, Mommy. They were very popular. People loved them. So she made those. And I mean, I don't know. Someone else was giving away beautiful cards. The Southern Yankee Stitcher was giving away beautiful note cards. with a project that she had stitched. And lots of floss cards. I finally got a Scrabble tile needle minder. Someone was giving them out last year and I missed them. And so I actually got 2 this year. There were 2 different people giving them away. But the one had already run out of H's. But the other, who sadly I didn't get their name, still had an H left. So I'm very excited about that. And I'm just trying to see if there's anything else that I definitely want to show. Like I said, lots of floss cards. Oh, I forgot. This got put in the wrong place. This was another annex purchase. I think I think it was Roveris had these. It might have been Romy's Creations, but I think it was Roveris had scissor fobs. And look at that cute fox. I love foxes. So my mom got this for me as a little gift. So that was another annex purchase, but it was purchased by my mom, not me. And, oh gosh, there's so much in here. Lots and lots of things. So, again, none of these things are things anyone has to do, but it's so nice to just meet so many people and share our love of stitching. I think that's all I will share. Most of what's left in here, it's a lot of floss cards, some project tags, things like that. Oh, no, one last one I'll show. Katie Chestnut made thread hoppers. So I did get a thread hopper from her, which is lovely. Okay, now I'm done sharing. Again, I could sit here all day and be like, and look at this, and look at this. There's so much awesome stuff. But I do want to say, for those of you who were at StitchCon Weekend B who might be watching this and gave me something that I didn't show, know that I still appreciated and valued it. I'm going to be spending so much time going and following people on Instagram and following Flosstube channels. I wish I could show you the mountain of stuff I have over here now that I have to find homes for. But the people of the team at Keepsakes, just thank you for creating such a wonderful experience for all of us year after year. I know it is so much work for all of you on top of running Keepsakes and having lives of your own. But the opportunity to come together and, I hear over and over again, I don't know other stitchers near me. And the opportunity to come together and be among people who love this hobby so much, to learn from each other, to meet each other, to discover that, wait, you only live half an hour away from me or an hour away from me. And to find that community is just really special. So thank you for watching this recap video. I will link the video that actually shows my stitching if you're interested in that and haven't seen it already. And as I always close my videos, hug your loved ones, take care of yourselves, happy stitching. I will see you again soon. Thank you for watching. Take care. Bye.